What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the WWE Summerslam 2018 Aftermath Show. As always, we are going to break down the action here on the channel. And we're going to have a good old time. First match we had on the kickoff show, we had was Rusev and Lana versus Andrade Cien Almas, with Zelina pinning Lana. Cedric Alexander retains against Drew Gulak. The Charlotte native from Charlotte, North Carolina, Cedric Alexander beats Philadelphia's own Drew Gulak. The next match we had was the B Team versus the Revival for the Raw Tag Team Championship, with the B Team retaining. We had Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins, with both McIntyre and Dean Ambrose at ringside, with Rollins pinning Ziggler at 22 minutes. We had the Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day. The New Day winning by disqualification at 9:28. However, the Bludgeon Brothers retain the title because of Champion's Advantage. The next match was Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens, with Strowman destroying Owens. Carmella versus Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Live Championship, Women's Championship, with Charlotte pinning Lynch at 14:40. Then Lynch turns on Charlotte after the match. So now we get heel Becky Lynch. The next match we had was AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship, with Joe winning by disqualification at 22:45 of the match. Next match was probably the match of the night. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz, with The Miz defeating Bryan at 23 minutes 25 seconds of the match. We had Demon Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin, with Balor defeating Corbin at a minute 29 seconds of the match. We had Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy for the United States Championship match, with Nakamura pinning Hardy at 10 minutes 56 seconds. We had Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship, with Ronda Rousey winning the match by submission at 4 minutes 37 seconds of the match. We had Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns with Roman Reigns winning the title. Braun Strowman comes out and says he's going to cash in after the match, but it never, but we didn't see it happen. So your winner was Roman Reigns. We had we had a pretty good. That was mostly what happened. To be honest, I thought on the kickoff show when they were going to do Zelina Vega and Andrade Cien Almas, I thought they were going to win like with a distraction from news with a distraction by Aiden English. But it turned out we didn't get that part. Cedric Alexander and Drew Gulak, probably the best match of the kickoff show. One of the best ones on the kickoff shows that I've seen. But if you don't account the kickoff show that Cedric Alexander had for the Cruiserweight Championship match back in against Mustafa Ali. I mean, that one was probably the best one I've seen. But I kind of enjoyed Cedric Alexander beating Drew Gulak because, to be honest, Cedric Alexander is kind of my homeboy right now of the cruiserweights. He is that guy that can actually get or done in WWE. To be honest, I actually want to see the cruiserweights make it back on the main roster. Okay. All right, don't come in and I don't come over to those streams and promote. By the way, I don't. Even though I had to go, I had to be specific that day. Anyway, that the other day because I had to make it over though. What was I saying before violence came in? Make sure to like this video as well, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on notifications. Let me see here. We had B Team versus the Revival, with the B Team showing off their dominance again to retain. We had the Intercontinental Championship with Rollins defeating Ziggler. We eating finish and so we had Bellatrix show up during the match. Nikki and Brie were asked whether they would be participating in at Evolution in October. Other businesses and said they were excited to see Ronda Rousey to beat Alexa tonight. Not only that, they will be sitting ringside for it. New Day defeats Bludgeon Brothers by disqualification. We a WWE fan. Let's see. We had the Money in the Bank briefcase with Strowman defeating Owens without pinfall to retain. Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna have to go over opponent and tell them that I don't, I have my own schedule. There you go. We had Strowman beating okay. We had Strowman defeating Owens without pinfall to retain the Money in the Bank briefcase. It now become a collector's item. We had SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Charlotte went defeating Becky Lynch and Carmella to win the title. And then after the match, Lynch turned heel on Charlotte Flair. We had Samoa Joe was defeating AJ Styles by disqualification. We had Styles dropped it. Styles dropped to Joe with an exceedingly impressive Styles clash, and nearly got his 3 count. Spell is wait, well, let's see. Let's go all the way down here. Though another schmoz finish is a tad infuriating. At least this one made sense in advancing a storyline between the two of the top guys in the company. Elias takes center stage, attempted to play his guitar, only to see the neck to snap off in his hands when he began to strum it. He responded by furiously kicking over his chair and chucking his guitar into the darkness. Oh god. Oh my gosh. I don't want to point, but I think maybe now that I'm reading that, we had. I think that might have been the fault of don't come hunting me down for saying it, but Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley, please don't come and do a standing suplex on me for mentioning your name. I was just saying my hypothesis right now. We had the Miz reuniting with the Miz to watch, also known as the B Team. The Miz defeating Daniel Bryan via pinfall, with Maurice looking on from ringside. We had Finn Balor defeating Baron with the coup de grace for the super fast 1, 2, 3. Then Bryan sulks backstage. I don't know why they cut to that one. We had the United States Championship match. Nakamura defeating Hardy via pinfall to retain. Raw Women's Championship. Rousey defeating Bliss via submission to win the title. The match was brief and punishing for Bliss, who was able to get anything more offensively than a single right hand. To be honest, that will show her how not to mess with Ronda Rousey. That little red, little twisted Bliss is whore who just wants attention. She thinks everybody else is a bully. Well, guess what? She's the only bully of the women's division on Raw. How I know this? If you look at the recent weeks of what she said, and she's called Ronda Rousey an overhyped rookie. And you do not want, and she tried to convince everybody that Nia Jax was the bully because of her size. To be honest, I'm gonna have to stand up right now because, in my words, Alexa Bliss is the only bully around there because she thinks she's all that. She thinks she's like Carmella. But guess what? She's not Carmella. She's gonna learn one way or the other that she needs to pay for actions. WWE, you may have to take very cautious, tell Alexa Bliss to get off of Raw once and for all. Man, I'm a bit dark there. Let's try to get to at least 5 likes tonight, guys, to be honest. We had the Universal Championship with Roman Reigns defeating Brock Lesnar. 3 years later, the never-ending story of this rivalry, with Reigns defeating Lesnar by pinfall to win the title. Braun Strowman coming to the ring and cutting an epic promo to declare his intention of cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase after the match. WWE sent its fans home shaking their heads at the result. Strowman's arrival before the match started created huge cheers as he referenced the history of the Money in the Bank contract. Strowman's arrival before the match started created he popped the Brooklyn faithful by referring to Lesnar as the Beastie Boy and watched the match from ringside. Lesnar absorbed 3 Superman punches and a trio of spears to start, but avoided being pinned by locking in a guillotine choke. The action eventually spilled outside when Lesnar sidestepped a spear and sent Reigns flying into Strowman's arm. The crowd serenaded Reigns and Lesnar with chants of "You both suck" in hopes that Strowman would cash in. And that's one way to get the fans to get on people's nerves, even though it looked like Strowman was out during the match. Out cold. Lesnar did what he can to prevent that by hitting Strowman with an F5 on the floor before beating him with the briefcase and throwing it onto the stage and off the video screen. As Lesnar went to re-enter the ring, Reigns hit a spear for the pin, adding only more fuel to the fire of those who have viewed this storyline and criticized WWE throughout this entire feud. The use of Strowman without cashing in might extend the storyline, but it ends a major show like SummerSlam with an unforgiving tease. My thoughts on that. That is my. I've actually, to be honest, my initial thought was that there was going to be a successful cash in, but turns out there was not a cash in during the match. However, I did enjoy this storyline, and I'm glad that it's finally over. Hopefully, by tomorrow, Brock Lesnar will, will will stop. He will keep on crying like a bitch, even though he doesn't even care about WWE. That is mostly what happened tonight, guys. If you stay tuned, I'll give my final ratings. But let's try and make sure we get to at least 5 likes tonight, guys. I know it's like 11:35. People would rather be asleep than watching my shit, but we are trying to be one of those survival, successful YouTube stars here on YouTube online. We'll be right back. I might be a little promotive right now, but because of my shirt, I'm not even trying to do lots of advertising right now, guys. I'm just trying to stress, you know. Alright, as well, I'm coming back, guys. I'm gonna SummerSlam. Final thoughts on all that? We had a wonderful time. I kind of think the only thing that was kind of missing, to be honest, was something big, as always. But I'm not sure what it was this time. To be honest, maybe it was the fact that maybe Kevin Owens could become Brock's new bitch or something. Um, it was overall a pretty good pay-per-view event compared to Backlash, which sucked ass. One of, but overall, with the exception that with, with no cash in, I'm still gonna have to give this at least a 10 out of 10 because even though the minute is killed my mood, I'm gonna kill that piece of shit. But we are still going to have a. But even though it was a 10 out of 10, to have probably bring up somebody from NXT tomorrow. Maybe it might be Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler or Johnny Gargano or Alistair Black. Fade to black. But mostly that is tonight, guys. What happened tonight? I'm going to end it here for the night, guys. I will see everyone back here tomorrow after Monday Night Raw, the Raw after SummerSlam. We will also be live on Tuesday. No stream as far as I'm aware of on Tuesday. Well, on Wednesday, excuse me. We'll be live tomorrow with SmackDown with we'll be live tomorrow with Raw. Next day we'll be live with SmackDown Live. No stream on Wednesday. We'll be back here on either Thursday or Friday. And then Saturday is the late night talk show. Probably not my best thing to do, but hey, whatever keeps me trying and keeps me awake. But we're going to end it here with the rant, with the hold on. With this.
Paradigm of absolute control. That's why we're trying to do simple things.
With the Alex Jones indie folk song. Which has over 4 million views. Alex Jones, that band, son of a. I'm not even going to finish that sentence. I'm just going to say son of a, because I don't want him coming from me. I may have to see if I could try to get him on one of my shows. Nope, I wouldn't be on for this.
got worked out this morning.
Alright. So that's mostly tonight, guys. You missed quite the good show. We will be back here for after Monday Night Raw tomorrow. Until next time, guys, peace, and I'll see you guys later. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go over and give somebody a piece of my mind. Oh, poor violence, I'm coming for your ass.